We got the lead host, AK12, which is me. We got Couch Potato 38.
You dig?
And then you are me, Scott, the Doc Kid.
Yo, what up?
Boo. Your intro stinks.
Well, y'all voted me to do it today because
Alright.
it is my birthday. So I took it.
First off, I want to say happy birthday, Demon.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, old man.
Thank you for celebrating it, doing the podcast with us. First off, you're old. Second off, we're going to be talking about next gen gaming.
And early gen.
Yeah. You know, some of the games are going to be pre-release. They're going to be for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the I don't know if they have them for the Switch, but PC and others. And then some of them, like Godfall, will be just next gen gaming. So,
which is surprising to me. I swore it was going to be on both.
The way it looked, since we're going to talk about this first and get this out the way, Godfall looks beautiful. And I feel like everybody's going to compare it to Anthem. Anthem looks beautiful. It always did look beautiful. What they're doing with it, as the Spanish people will say, yo no sé. But it is very detailed in the background, the characters, everything looks beautiful.
Oh, this is not.
Come on. It was very good. It was a very good game. It was just short.
Like the first 10 minutes.
But this is next gen, so we're talking about Godfall. Let's get away from Anthem real quick.
Burns a hole in everybody's heart.
It's like Jack Daniels.
Everybody's pockets, but he went there.
I'm gonna ignore whatever you just said. But seeing the gameplay when Doc was playing it on his PC, it looks very, very beautiful, and the controls look like it was easy to pick up. It wasn't too difficult. It wasn't press X, Y, and Z to do this move. It looks like a regular slasher game, and it looks nice. It has a lot going on. I'm gonna say that in that little gameplay that I see, it's a lot going on, and I can see people getting lost doing other things than the main mission. Oh man, and I can't wait to get my final email to let me know my PlayStation 5. I can get that so I can pick up Godfall, but I'll be waiting. And for those listening, Burger King announced that they have a 2 for $5 with a chance of getting a PlayStation 5. So try your luck there.
Let's see how true that is.
But yes, Godfall looks exactly how they portrayed it to be for the next gen. It looks beautiful, and I see the new gen graphics working. Let me stop running around in a circle with my dire wolf. But yes, Doc, how do you feel about the?
No, I thought it was good. You know, I'm very early in the game, so I'm still learning the controls. I'm still learning the powers. There are I don't want to give any spoilers. I really can't give any spoilers because I haven't gotten anywhere. But there are 12 different suits, which is pretty awesome. So each suit has a different ability, a different fighting style. So that's gonna be like a really cool grind for people. Most of these games are grinds, especially looter. This is a looter slasher instead of looter shooter. But so you'll be grinding to get these orbs, to craft each suit. So that's cool. The one thing that I will say, it like Couch was saying, it is huge. Like I'm only on the first level, and they do have a waypoint for you to do your mission, but you don't have to go that way right away. You can venture the entire landscape. It's almost like sandbox. I wouldn't call it open world. It's like sandbox, but it is humongous, and you can do about 20 minutes worth of stuff before you even get to your mission. You know, so they put a lot of thought into it. I think it's gonna be really good. What's the other thing I wanted to say? The controls. At first, I was not a big fan of the right bumper being light attack and the right trigger being heavy attack. And then your left bumper uh, kind of enhances your attacks, and the left stick and the right stick. So everything is up top. Your directional pad and your buttons are for other things not related to melees. But the more you get to playing it, you're like, oh, okay, this is actually cool. So it's gonna take a while to get used to. You can't jump, but I guess you should be able to jump in that heavy ass suit. So there's no jumping. You can run. Um, it has potential. I don't want to say. I see all these reports and everybody hating it. And people are just a little harsh. Oh, it's this, it's not that, it's not this, it's not that. I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna play it. I want to get get some more suits, because I will say this: when you first play and you playing the prelude, that first character you have, you're gonna be like, oh no, if this game controls like this guy, I'm gonna kill someone. And then when you get your first suit, your other suit, and you're like, oh, okay, I can get into this now. Just give it some time, get through the prelude first. Don't judge it until you get to the realms, and then I think you're gonna enjoy it. And again, looks is 40% of the game. The other 60 is gameplay, and it looks gorgeous. So I definitely think you'll like it. So when you guys get it, unfortunately, it's not, it's no cross-play, and I really risk, now with the next gen that we get some cross-play going on with these games already, man.
PC to actual consoles.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, I mean, it's not impossible.
No, they
Call
did
of
it
Duty
with,
did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Smite did it, and I think they gotta work on like multiplayer, like especially like Adventure. I think Division and Godfall are going to have a huge, like, it's going to be a big gap, because they do all the updates, and they do mainly all the updates on PC first. So I don't know if that's one of the reasons why. I don't know for sure. But yeah, like, hopefully, I hope one day certain games like Division and Godfall, they actually do a cross-platform play, because I would love, especially Godfall, the way that looks, that's gonna be a dope crossplay,
Yeah.
you know, to play, with your boys and your friends and stuff like that. Because I honestly, I don't want to get it until I know for sure that I'm playing with somebody, because it just looks too beautiful to play by yourself. It looks way too beautiful to play by yourself.
Well, speaking of, like you said, getting it with someone, I don't know if we're going to talk about this, but man, the lack of PlayStation 5s available for people,
Uh, I
like,
think I think not because it's not just the five, it's the Xbox as well because they're sold out too. So
that's
it's
all
just
out too,
like,
right?
so it's just like, dang, did they know that this many people wanted it? Like, I don't think, you know what? I think the gaming community itself, like you said, or off the live, you said the gaming community itself grew. Like
You've noticed,
the
I've noticed that since PlayStation 1 and 2 days, you know.
you know you know I don't want to say it, but like it was almost like kind of like taboo to play video games. Like people made fun of you, oh, you're a geek, you're a nerd, you play this. And then kind of like when they threw sports in it, and then after they threw sports, like people just like this new generation, just everybody gravitated to video games and anime and stuff like that. And it's dope to see. Like
Nah,
you got
definitely.
so many different types. There's video games for almost everybody now, and that's why we do these podcasts, because there's a different gamer inside of almost everybody. I don't think not one person could just sit there and be like, video game sucks. You got to find the right game for you, and there's so many out there. They got the little puzzles, they got the graphic games for certain people, they got the virtual reality, they got the couch co-op games, they got solo games. It's so much different genres. It's almost like music now, you know. There's a music genre for everyone. There's a song for everybody. And where is this guy that I'm supposed to find? Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like, speaking of gaming for everyone, it just seems like, because I'm new to the PC gaming, and I did it as I wanted to play one game. I'll never forget. I just wanted to play one game. All I wanted to play was previous like emulators, and then it just grew to start playing current gen games. Well, I should say previous gen now, because it was like PS3 and 4s, and then like now I'm like full blown PC. And as I'm joining more PC communities, I'm like, wow, this community is humongous. So not only is the console community huge, the PC community is huge, and it's great for everyone. I love when people fight PC and console. I love when they fight, because I'm like, you guys are retards, because everybody should just be having fun. You know, have fun the way you want to have fun. But it's good for us, the gamers, that there's so many options. Consumer always wins when there's competition. And I just wish more people were able to enjoy the new gen that's out. I mean, I know we got billions of people in the world, and they couldn't mass produce. So hopefully, you guys who are waiting for consoles to come out, just be patient, man. You guys gonna get your hands on it. And think of it this way: most of the games aren't coming out till around next year, anyhow. So just hold on, save up, and then get your console and all your games at the same time. Right?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I can't wait. Like at first I was sitting there, and I don't know if I said it on the previous podcast. I was just like, I'll wait until next year to get the next gen. But I didn't realize they moved so many games up, and I didn't realize how close we were to November. Even though I didn't realize, like, it's here now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the five and the next Xbox generation is out right now. So now it's like you said, like PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One is previous gen. So right now, if I get the five, We got Watch Dogs, Legion. You got Valhalla for the Assassin's Creed. You got Godfall, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. What else? What else we got?
2K.
2K in Madden.
No, no,
If it,
let's
no,
not
no,
put Madden in there. No.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Did you guys, speaking of Demon, when he said 2K, did you guys see what 2K did?
What you mean?
Uh, like, this is how you take advantage of next gen consoles. Most 2K, like, and all the 2K fans out there, they know, usually when you play 2K, each 2K came with the neighborhood. And the neighborhood was usually like, a definite sandbox. It was like, one area, and everything was in that that square, root area. What they did with this 2K guys, they made a city with 4 different like boroughs, and you can travel like on bike or skateboard through the cities. You can actually align yourself with a city, like, yo, I'm from the Bronx, or I'm from Brooklyn, or I'm from Queens, and you could be in it, I'm gonna be in this city. You could be the mayor for a week in a city. I think it's a week. Like, they have boroughs within a big ass city. That is insane. Along with the gameplay, they, always solid gameplay, but unreal. And that's why when you said Madden, and they had to like just they haven't even talked about what's going on. I really think they're struggling with the development on the new console. I really think that's what's going on. And so yeah, we can't put Madden in that group.
No,
And Anthem will be out before Madden come out.
and that's bad.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Um, yeah. All right. So then we got Watchdog, we got Godfall, we got Valhalla, Spider-Man, Cyberpunk 20. What's it? 2017.
2077.
2077.
Mm-hmm.
That's the year it's gonna come out because they keep pushing it back. But
It seems like they're trying to do like GTA 5 when it first was coming out. How many times they pushed it back, and they're trying to perfect it, I guess.
I hope it's good. Because GTA 5, when they did it, like, remember, because I think 3 and 4 did it, but when those games come out, when Rockstar pushed those games out, like, they hardly get patched because they make sure that the game is ready to go. So hopefully Cyberpunk is like that, it's ready to go.
and then once again, back to the previous podcast. Certain companies know when their game is ready, and or know when they'll have it done, where it's not a half-ass game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, okay, it's playable, it's runs well, it's smooth, there's no bumps, hiccups, like you said. You hardly have to patch it. And then you got games that I don't know what they're doing and what they've been doing for like the last couple of months. Like, certain people know their staff and the games that they're doing, and they're comfortable. Okay, this game, it's ready. Or, let's just say, let's give us a comfort room and say that it will be done by this time, and if it's done early, it's done early, and we could just sit on it and wait until the release date and have everything ready and set up properly. Everybody else be like, you know what, it should be done by tomorrow, and tomorrow comes and they like, yeah, we said tomorrow, we meant next month. Yeah, next month sounds good. Like, come on, if you know it's not ready, or like you said before, they said that it wasn't ready for PlayStation 4. It was ready for PlayStation 5, and
Yeah,
the
five
next
and
gen.
PC, they were ready to go. And
So
just,
then
I don't know.
just do it for that, and then I rather you do it for that, and then just say, you know what, we're not gonna do previous gen because we can't get it right. Just say
Yeah,
that.
and because you know what I think one of the problems is, and I could be wrong, but the game is so robust, and it looks like it's going to be like a really, really gorgeous game with a lot of things to do.
Because
And we know damn well the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X probably can't handle it, so now they gotta dumb it down with
and see and that's what I'm afraid of. Because how far do you gotta dumb it down where you don't take the beauty out of the game? Like, if it worked for the next gen, just like I said, just cut your losses, just next gen it.
yeah.
Because I don't want you to dumb it down, and then does that mean you gotta dumb it down for the next gen?
No, next gen is done. Next gen is finished.
So then basically you
Because
making
it's gonna be two
two
different.
different
Yeah,
games, and
yeah, yeah,
nah,
yeah. Making two
because
different.
it's pointless. Especially now at this point, like I said, it's pointless. Next gen is out. I can understand if, like, when the Marvel Spider-Man came. I mean, I said Marvel Spider-Man. The Marvel Avengers came out. If you'd have released it at that time, I can understand. You know, around that time because it was early. You had the Avengers, and then you had the first part of what's this game called? Ghost.
Hmm.
You know, Cyberpunk was supposed to come out around those two times. Y'all pushed it back. Y'all should have announced it then and there. You know what? We're just gonna make it for next gen and cut your losses. Because now you about to have two different games, and now when people finally get their hands on the PlayStation, well, let me stop saying PlayStation, the next gen. When they get their hands on the next gen, it's like you said, it's a whole nother game. How is it gonna transfer over? The graphics is not gonna look the same. You're gonna be like, oh my god, why did I even get this for the previous gen?
Well, that's on the consumer, you know. The one thing that CD Projekt Red did say that if you did buy it on PS4, once you purchase a PS5, you get a free upgrade. So that's not the problem. The problem is if they want to hold true to that promise they made to consumers, they got to get the PS4 correct because we made that promise a long time ago. So you don't want to like shut them out. Like if you never said it, then maybe you can get away with it now. But you made that promise back when
but
next gen was being announced.
but
You were saying if you buy it for PS4, we will upgrade to PS5 for free. So you have to release it on PS4. You
yeah,
can't
but
just say, well,
they sent us alerts because I pre-ordered it back when I pre-ordered the Avengers. They sent us an alert stating if we want our money back due to the delays. Do we want our money back, or do you want to continue?
right.
So we all have the option of saying, yo, matter of fact, give me back my money. I don't want it, or you know. So why not let us know we're gonna make it for the next gen. If you want your money back, we'll give you your money back. If you're gonna give us the option to get our money back now, you might as well do it now.
You know, Sony, they don't like getting money back.
They were going to do it regardless. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they wasn't gonna give us our money back for the delay, why not give us some money back and just say go next gen? And that will be better off for the next gen anyway, because now I don't want to say you forcing your hand, but you're making people that really want Cyberpunk to go get a new gen, and everybody wants the new gen because you sold out on the next gen. So
You can't really say that. Yeah, a lot of people want the next gen, but a lot of people can't afford the next gen. So having Cyberpunk on previous
Nah,
gen and next gen
nah.
is
Everybody got that quarantine money. Everybody wants that next gen.
well, that quarantine money is already wasted.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
that
nah,
that
nah,
quarantine money, it's
nah.
gone, man.
Apparently,
But
it's
Look,
not
and then and
because
then and it's not even that. There aren't any next gens to be purchased.
not yet. You gotta wait a couple months.
So even if Cyberpunk was out, nobody would be able to play it because
But but
mm,
like I was saying, like, since it's being pushed back, even if it gets pushed back to 2021 or whatever, if it gets pushed back way past 2021, like 2022 or whatever, then of course it should only be next gen. But if it's pushed back to 2021, like early, maybe like January, February, whatever, people are gonna probably still get it for the four if they can't afford the PS5
yo, when
and
they
really want to play the game.
if they start manufacturing new next gen
next gen what?
next gen
Console.
on consoles, if they start releasing new next gen consoles before Cyberpunk is finished, give you might as well just make it next gen. Like just go next gen because, like I said, is everybody that I know, everybody on my friend list are waiting for that. Oh, we got new stocks. We got new consoles on stock. Y'all ready? Y'all got your email. Y'all got your confirmation. You know, especially with Xbox working with GameStop, everybody is gonna try to get their little Xbox or whatever like that, or they next PlayStation. It's gonna it's somebody gonna find out how to get their little 300, well, $400, $500. They're gonna do whatever they need to, Uber, Lyft, all that, and get their money up and get that next gen. Especially the holidays is coming.
I'm quite sure there'll be, I guess there'll be some around Christmas. There'll definitely be some around Christmas.
Yeah, they got it to buy. Wait, well, this Christmas or next Christmas?
Yo,
Yeah, all right, man.
yo, if I gotta wait a whole year to get a PlayStation,
Oh my goodness.
I don't want it. If I gotta wait a whole year, I don't want it. You know how many games is coming out, and I'm just gonna have to sit here and just have the CD or the DLC for it, and I can't play it. Nah, we're not doing that. I'll have to write a freaking letter to Sony.
That would be something.
I can't make videos for the podcast because I ain't got no merchandise.
Oh man.
Oh,
You know, because it's bad enough my PlayStation sound like a jet engine. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to upgrade. All right, Sony, I'm trying to upgrade. I don't want to hear this noise in the background no more. I'm due for an upgrade.
if the five have a sound, it's gonna sound like alien spaceship.
I'm not going there with you today. I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this today. So, Cyberpunk, Sony,
Step your game.
Microsoft, y'all too. Y'all not included. Y'all not excluded. Let me get my words right. Y'all not excluded. Yeah, come on. Come on. Gamers, we out here. We're hungry.
Especially you have
Yeah.
stuck at home. Nobody go
Yo,
nowhere.
for real, like,
You gotta get these
man,
consoles.
yeah, cause not only because of the consoles. Like I said, I'm tired of hearing my jet engine, but I'm running out of games to play, and the next gen games is here. Like I'm trying to. I enjoy Assassin's Creed. I enjoyed Watch Dogs, and I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. But I want to experience it and the next gen graphics I wanna feel that next gen console controller in my hand. I wanna hear how it starts up. Like I wanna hear that PlayStation 5 turn on, and I don't want to hear this jet engine. But yeah, like I said, it looks good, and I can only imagine how it would look next gen. Like look at the graphics. Let me call my dire wolf. You know,
Yeah,
just look at this. Look at this
like
beautiful.
speaking of that controller, I hope
Yeah, yeah.
you real smart people out there that I love so much get some of these drivers for this DualSense for the PC. I'm able to use it, but I want to feel some haptic feedback. So I know y'all working on it though, because you guys will do it.
Oh yeah.
Sense.
Like those guys are good.
Yeah,
They come up.
you ain't got nothing to worry about. They always got y'all hooked up. There's somebody out there right now cracking the code of setting that up for you.
That's awesome. But I've seen it in action on YouTube. The triggers actually look pretty cool. How they flicker when you shoot. I was like, oh, that's gonna
Oh,
be crazy. So you guys definitely don't like that. Yeah.
man. Um, let's what's next? Assassin's Creed. Man, how you feel about Assassin's Creed? Like
Muy bueno.
he said, muy
uh,
bueno.
it's. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Alright, back. It's great. It's basically it's something different. Of course, they went through Italy, they went through Greece, they went to Egypt, London, and what Civil War and all that. And now we're Vikings in Norway, where they come from, originated from, and everything, and doing basically what the Vikings do, which is raid, explore, and all that. Going from Norway, and the first place that they discovered when they finally wanted to branch out was England, just like in the game. Um, you gonna say something, Couch?
Yeah. I was gonna say, you got your phone out?
No, why?
Cause you sound like you just read that off of Wikipedia, bro.
Nah, I'm really
I was
into
gonna.
Viking history and all that. I'm dead.
Yo, he was reading Snapple facts off of Wikipedia.
I love stuff that deal with Vikings, whether it's game related or like watching movies and shows. In the case of like For Honor, there's games, shows like Vikings, which is on the History Channel, but it doesn't feel like a History Channel show at all, which is amazing, etc. But no, like you learn a lot of things from all the time, whether it's just like regular Viking history or their stories of like their gods and stuff like that. But back to the game.
Yeah, cause I was about
Yeah.
to say, if you Wikipedia me one more time, bro.
The gods, by the gods.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna start singing the Carmen San Diego song. 'Cause he's like from Norway and to where he was at. And I still remember, she went from Nashville to Norway to Zaire to Zimbabwe. And I was like, well, I wonder if the Vikings made that trip with her. Because you had them all over the place.
Yeah, after going to England, they squad hot as far as their boats can reach. But no, the game is like really dope. Of course, they upgraded their graphics since the first Assassin's Creed with Altair and stuff like that through the years, and now they're here where it like the hair looks like kind of realistic hair, I guess you could say. But and the storyline is great so far. I'm not too far into it, but the events that are unraveling is great. They basically continued the mechanics of like fighting style and um like armor the same way that they did with Origins, which was the Egypt one. It's not the same fighting mechanics and stuff as Assassin's Creed all the way into Assassin's Creed um, Black Flag, I think was the last one before Odyssey. And then they skipped Origins because Origins they want to take a different route. I didn't really like Origins fighting style, but they perfected it in Valhalla somehow. I don't know what they did, but it's way better. The lock-on mechanism, the light and heavy attacks, the archery. Because I know with Origins, after you use the bow, for some reason there's like a glitch or whatever. You're trying to do a regular attack and the bow comes back out. And I'm just like, I can't deal with this.
I'm pretty sure they patched that, but
Well, I haven't played Origins in I don't know how long. It was a waste of my money.
Oh,
Sad to say. Yeah.
no way.
But yeah, they branched away from the original Assassin's Creed fighting style, and it's not horrible. It's dope now. Like I prefer either way now. Like before, like I said, it was if I had to base it off of Origins and all the other Assassin's Creed, I'll go with the regular Assassin's Creed line that has the default regular assassins like counter attacks and stuff like that, instead of having the R1, R2 attacks and kind of L1. You don't really use L1 too much except for the like deflect mostly. But with regular Assassin's Creed is, I believe, locked into attack, not R1, R2. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, Valhalla. It's basically what you expect. Like a lot of people anticipate this game, and a lot of people are like, "Nah, this game's gonna be trash. It's just gonna be a repeat of all the Assassin's Creed that previously came out before and stuff." But it's a lot different. There's a lot to it. Where even with the maps, like Couch's map, as you can see on the broadcast, it's like way different from the regular Assassin's Creed map. It tells you everything that's integrated into that one section and stuff. Whether it's the missions. Time missions are basically those three different color indicators: the wealth, mysteries, and artifacts. And the main missions, of course, is green. Um, I'm not sure, Couch. What is the helmet? The white helmet is what? What would you call them? Basically, like,
bounties.
all right, the bounties. Okay, I remember that from Origins also and Odyssey. They started that after. They started that recently. They didn't used to have bounties in the regular Assassin's Creed. I don't know why. I don't know what made them start bounties. Bounties are not horrible. It's a great change also because it gives you something extra to do away from the main story. And a lot of these bounties, depending on your power level, are actually challenging. And not every single person fights the same way. They have different abilities, they have different fighting styles, different weapons that they use. Like the person that Couch is fighting a little bit before the broadcast, he has a giant shield and a spear, I believe, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be this ugly dude, Red
No, it
Wilder.
wasn't him. It was Kendall. Yeah,
Oh,
him.
him.
Yep, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, they probably had the same weapons. I'm not sure because it looked like the other guy had a dagger. But you can tell that like when you actually start to fight these people, like they have like things are different. Like they don't give you the same like default AI characters that have the same weapons, same fighting mechanics and stuff like that. They actually really went into depth of making all these bounties differ from the rest of the enemies that you actually fight. And the customizations of your character is also dope too. That they did. You change the hair, the beard. You can add tattoos to your person. Um, they have the original outfits that you can get going throughout the story, or you can buy outfits like dealing with currency, in-game currency that you have to buy with outside currency. But um, it's not even just for looks. Also, well, the beard and hair and tattoo stuff, yeah, but the outfits like the chest, boots, and stuff like that actually are besides changing the looks, they have their own stats of like armor, if they have extra perks of resistance to like poison and stuff like that. So they like really going about every single thing with this game. I don't know if you got anything else to add, Coach?
I played Odyssey and I loved it, and I don't know if it's because of the weapon that I'm using right now, but I honestly I liked Odyssey's fighting mechanics a little bit better. But I think because Odyssey, the time and the type of person the character was, he was a Spartan, so his fighting style and his speed was different. Vikings a little bit more stronger and more heftier, so I guess the combat is a little bit more slower. And I shouldn't be using this big old axe, and I'm going to change it soon because it's going to get me killed. But the and I don't like this boat. I'm just gonna say that it's dope and I love it. I can't get jiggy with it. I can't drive a boat. Give me a car, give me a plane, and I'm good. This boat shit, I'm not good. Not going down rivers. I'm not. I'm gonna crash into everything. So civilians, if you fall in the water, my bad. You know what? Where's this? I'm gonna go mad, yo.
With Spartans, the Vikings, with the Spartans, even like outside of like history, you gotta think about it. They had bigger armies that they traveled with. If with Vikings, they didn't try to travel with too many people, so they used smaller boats. That's also why in Odyssey, the boats that you're using, you use on big water areas. With this, you can use big water areas and small water areas. At least you're not having to sit there and run or ride your horse throughout the whole map. You can actually sit there and cut through with the water and everything like that. Even if it's a little like a narrow river. And like I said, with the fighting mechanics with Odyssey is going off of Assassin's Creed 2 all the way to Black Flag. I believe Black Flag came out after 3.
Don't mix up. I trying to do a Wikipedia, bro. It's okay. If you don't know, you just say you don't know, bro.
Whichever is the last one right before Origin is what they're going with Odyssey's fighting style. Origin and Valhalla are the only two with this fighting mechanic that they're using. But Valhalla, they perfected it. Like I said, they tweaked it a little bit more to make it better than Origin. But it is completely different from the usual Assassin's Creed fighting mechanics. Like I said, like you also said, because of the type of era you're in. This is the Viking era. The other era was Spartan. Before that, Egypt. Before that was pirates.
Stop Wikipedia facting me, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm just saying, like they had to have mechanics like match what type of person and I guess you could say era you're in. You can't just like regular hack and slash with people that are supposed to really be stealthy. The regular assassins, they were stealthy. They weren't really meant to hack and slash too much,
That's what
and that's
always
why.
confused me, especially when they went different types. I'm like, wait, assassin's gonna be like from Italy now and all this stuff.
And
Because without Wikipedia you to death, uh, that what they're doing is they're calling it a secret. It's like a, I don't want to say spy, but like a secret organization that throughout time, different religion, different race, different backgrounds, it stemmed from that time, and then it just grew into, it just kept growing. So
it went all over the world.
yeah, so it's just different civilizations. They just had a group of people that were assassinating, that became part of the creed. That's all it is. And you're experiencing the different groups and their little territory and stuff like that. But back to what I was saying, it's a dope game. I love it. I'm just not used to being so freaking bulky.
And I think they did that on purpose to have you not. I think they wanted to basically make it harder for you having to switch up your fighting style instead of the usual. They want you to be more versatile, I guess you could say. Because if they do continue Assassin's Creed, the next one might not be like this. They might go back to like small and fast, or they might go somewhere balanced where it's in between fast and strong, or something like that, depending on whatever era they decide to go to and whatever continent or whatever they want to use.
See, your Wikipedia got me killed, bro. Yeah, it's like I said, it's dope. I'm maybe playing the previous one, Odyssey. I'm so used to him being so fast. Like I said, I'm gonna switch my weapons and see if that will be better for me. Like I said, the graphics is dope. Like you said earlier, the customization is, they're evolving and they're getting better, and I love it. I love, like you said before, the new system, the target system, so that it's way more objectives to do than just do the story mode, collect the items. You got hunting. They want you to hunt animals, the wildlife, and then eventually get to legendary animals and beasts. You can kill those. They got you fishing this time. They got a fishing pole so that they want you to catch certain fish. I like that. What else did they add? You still get objectives that say to find this artifact, go around the map finding artifacts. I love that. I'm treasure hunter. After I beat the story, I got something else to do or look forward to doing. And then they got the side missions. There's a ton of side missions. Like what I'm doing right now is a side mission, and I don't think these bodyguards are gonna allow me to kill this one dude. Let me see if I can call my homies and get my homies to help me.
Look at these dudes, like mini giants.
Yeah, I'm waiting until my backup comes. I'm not. Hopefully.
Everybody looking for you. They heard your horn.
They can hear my horn all they want. I'm waiting for my team.
Which kind of sucks that the dude that you gotta kill seems like he wants to be further away than the dude that you.
Oh, I almost had him. Oh wow. There we go.
He's almost dead, but you're just about to get slapped by these three.
Nah. Nope. push him out the way and get the, oh, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me.
Oh,
Oh yes, I got it. I got it. I got it. So yeah, little side missions is dope. Um, what else did they? I seen that they added. Oh, oh, the bounties. You go to the order, and they want you to kill all these people on this list. It's a lot of people to kill, and
It's more than Origins and Odyssey.
and I love that because now I gotta kill one person or find clues to find where this guy is at and hunt him down and kill him. Like that's awesome. Go around the map searching for clues to kill one person. Like it's like a treasure hunt assassination, and I love it. It's nice. I I've always been a fan of Assassin's Creed. I don't recommend you picking this game up and then trying to start from the beginning, trying to figure out the story, because the control mechanics, yeah, yeah, the controls will get you mad and make you want to put the controller down. I missed, I think maybe 3 Assassin's Creeds. I didn't beat the whole game, and I don't think I can ever go back after doing this in Odyssey. Um, but I love it. The graphics, I like I said, I hopefully I get my hands on the next gen before I beat this game, because I want to see it at its highest performance and all of that. I want to see it at its glory. I don't want to beat the game and then try to beat the game again on next gen, like I'm gonna have to do Watch Dogs and Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, at least with Watch Dogs and finish the story by the time you get the next gen, you'll be on to online.
is Ghost of Tsushima coming out?
And Ghost of Tsushima, you'll be on to
I think so.
Raids.
I don't want to I don't want to lie, but I believe Ghost of Tsushima, Avengers, and Valhalla and Cyberpunk was supposed to come out with the next gen. Uh, don't quote me on that. I'm saying I believe. Um, yeah, this. I love it. I'm definitely gonna be playing this until I get my hands on my next gen console. And as you can see, let me show y'all the map. I'm gonna collect as many wealth, mysteries, and artifacts as I can before I complete the game 100%, as in story mode base. Speaking of Watch Dogs, I beat it. I beat. What happened?
When you beat the Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I beat Watch Dogs and love it. It was a very good story. I'm not gonna spoil it because I know you two and a few other viewers didn't beat it, but it was a very it has twist that I didn't expect, and I think I'm doing it over because I lost a few operatives that I shouldn't have lost. I'm gonna tell you the operatives that I've played that I enjoyed, that I use the most. There's a hypnosis. I think I'm saying that wrong. A hypnotist. The hypnotist, I enjoyed her. Very, very lovely character to use.
Is enough charge so I can get that?
What other character was a nice character to use? Vehicle missions. The who is it? It's a Doc. What was the character that you unlock by doing? You get the car. Was it the spy? The spy. there's a spy and a getaway driver. I like the spy. The spy is definitely a good character, and the getaway driver, whatever that character's actual title is a good car to use, good character to use when you're trying to get away in chases. Switch over to that operative. You're gonna love getting away with those characters. My beekeeper died early, so that was short lived, but he had a fun character toolkit. But I love the hypnotist. The hypnotist was definitely my favorite.
Nice.
When you find her, the only thing I didn't like was the two hypnotists that I had. They were very old people. I don't know
Oh, so
why.
they can't crouch.
Nah, I don't know if she can crouch, but I just hate looking at her, and she was like 89 years old. And yo, they put the wrinkles on her, bro. And I was just sitting there like, yo, y'all out of line. Y'all out of line. I can't get a young hypnotist. I don't even care if it's a guy, young hypnotist. Why y'all giving me granny?
Why are you doing ageism? You can't do ageism.
But definitely cool. So I wanna retry and keep my star operatives alive this time around, and them super hard missions where I lost like 5 people in one day. I think I'm gonna try. think I'm gonna try and use whack characters. My disposable characters. Um, I wonder how, because I think they said there's gonna be online play. I can't wait for online play. How that's gonna be? What's that, next month? Online play is next month, right?
It's yeah, I don't
Watch
know
Dogs.
when they say that. I
Yeah,
know
it's next month. It's in December.
Okay. So I can't wait for that. Um, how did y'all feel about Watch Dogs?
I liked it so far. I had stopped playing it because I had other games that I was testing out. But no, it was really cool. I like operatives. I just love messing with like switching around, recruiting. I'm busy recruiting. I haven't even gotten to the story yet, but I want to build a full team, a full team of 45. So I'm still recruiting people. You know, but it's cool. You go to the doctor, go to the hospital. You change into your doctor operative. You go to construction site. I got somebody that can get into Buckingham Palace. I got like 2 or 3 police officers. And I did all of the special operatives like the beekeeper and the getaway driver. So I have all those guys. So I just want to get to my 45 and then I'll start the story. But so far it was actually pretty awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, when I got to 45 characters, the characters that they were giving me later on in the story mode, because the computer AI dude, he starts recommending characters for you. That's how I found the hypnotist.
Hmm.
Bro, I was just like, okay, somebody on my list gotta go.
Oh yeah,
and
well I
and
have
and and
people
I was just looking through my list, and then it got to the point that I was just like, I don't know who to get rid of. I was just sitting there like, oh man, who do I kick? Who do I gotta kick? It's so hard. So it's definitely dope. D-Man, how did you feel about Watch Dogs?
I thought it was actually good compared to the other two that we shall not speak about. Um, yeah, they did a lot of great things with this one. The driving is better. The hacking of devices and stuff like that is way better. Um, having your own little faction is even great. Like you didn't do that before. Even in the second one where you join DedSec and stuff like that. Um, it's just it's to the point of they like really stepped their game up. Of I think a lot of these next gen games they want to do things to the point of where you have your own factions for online play or whatever. Even going back to Valhalla for a little bit, you have your own faction at the Future Settlement. Um, it's different from Watch Dogs, but it's still kind of the same as to the point of have a faction in general. But the storyline, I didn't beat the storyline yet, but so far it's good. Pretty much Watch Dogs is about the third season since when it comes to trying to find out what happened. What's it called? Having different characters with different little perks, I guess you could call them, is great because not everybody is the same. How they did with Avengers, even though they did more with that. But yeah, like some people hit harder when you're fighting with melee. Some people have special weapons, whether it's light or heavy weapons. Um, some people have personal vehicles that they can call at any moment that they need, etc. And then they have the universal little tech, infiltration spiders, just like little drone spiders, I guess you could call it. Um, Going invisible. Yeah, which one? The infiltration or the combat? Yeah, too.
Well, my spider. Well, not the little one, not the one in the box. I'm talking about my personal spider.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, no, I mean
No.
there's two in the tech list that you can use. There's a combat spider and there's a infiltration spider. The combat spider has the little gun on its back.
Oh no, I never used that one.
It becomes like assault the assault turret like in Division.
Oh yeah, I didn't use that one yet. I still use the one that shocks people.
Yeah, that's the infiltration. Yeah, man, I like that one too because you can take down people as long as you don't get caught. And what's it called?
That's when you gotta shoot them. As soon as you shock them, a triangle or
Yeah.
Y.
That's only if your character has the ability to shock. If your character doesn't have the ability to shock, your drone don't do it.
No, I'm talking about the spider.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
If your
spider? No.
if you have a regular character, like if I use the homeless dude and I use the spider, he doesn't have the shock ability on, so it doesn't shock. Only the tech dudes shock.
No. All my characters. When I equip
I'm
the
just
spider.
talking about when you're sneaking around with the spider and you're not spotted and you press box to do takedown. Shocks the first thing to take you down.
If you upgrade it, if you don't upgrade it, it doesn't do nothing.
No, when you don't upgrade it, it does that. When you the first upgrade is to make it have sprint and jump. I only have the first upgrade. I don't have anything else.
But
Jump you take down.
You just do takedown. You get close and you hit
You hit
takedown.
box. You take down.
yeah, about to make me start my Watch Dogs over. Well, I started over, but y'all gonna make me really test this theory out for the next podcast.
That's all the motion. I want to get these died.
It's better before you send it personal.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I
You do shock
did.
and you shoot everybody, and then before you
I
walk in there after that.
But my main, alright, the bee guy didn't have a drone. He had the bees. So
But you can
oh no, he does. No, you know what it was? I was walking around with the cloak instead of the spider. And that's why I was getting killed because the spider was doing stuff, but it wasn't doing as much. I was getting past a lot of security with the cloak, so it was like a either or. It was like you either had to have the cloak or you had to have the spider, and sometimes the spider got you in and out or whatever the case may be, but then sometimes you had to get in there and get busy and or get out because they wanted, like, say they wanted you to hit the objective with manually without the spider bot. You had to actually get in there, press the box or the triangle button, I forgot which one it was, to actually activate certain devices, and I had to get my hands dirty. And
But that's why we said, if you used the spider, you would never have to get your hands dirty.
Yeah, the infiltration spider is the only one that can do
the,
it.
yeah,
And then you
yeah,
go
yes,
and-
y'all saying that now until y'all running up against turrets.
Yeah, but if you don't get spotted by the time, use the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you have to actually manually press a
Right,
device,
but by that time, you done killed all of them.
and how you getting past the turrets?
Sure.
You don't have the turret hacker.
I didn't have it at the time where my characters was dying.
Destroy it.
But see, that's what happens when you run through the story mode, and that's what happens. When you run through the story mode, you don't unlock all your skills and your abilities, and then you run through the story mode, so you don't have everything unlocked, and it makes it so much more difficult for you. Even though you ended it, but you didn't get all the abilities. That's why another thing I'm doing, like I'm running around getting all those,
Bro, I did all
green
it.
caches. So you did, but didn't that mean you should have the ability to hack torrents from the back?
No, I wasn't high level.
Oh, see,
And
that's why. Yeah, 'cause
there was nothing. There was not.
torrent from the back.
Yeah, and there was, and I skipped that. I went from hacking drones. I went for drones because everything that I was doing didn't have trophies. I mean, I said trophies, didn't have turrets. So
But you could change those. You could change your personal talents within the mission. So if you're at a spot and you notice that there's two turrets, then you go into your skills and you equipped, hack turrets.
no, you can't. No, you can't. Once you put your points on drones, it's on drones. You can't take the points off of drones.
But what you do when you're outside and you're looking at the cameras and you go, okay, I see what I'm dealing with. Then you change your stuff around.
No, but you can't change your skill points to hack
No.
turrets.
Before you go inside the restricted area, right? You hack the cameras and you look around. And if you notice that, wow, this one has, turrets. Remember, you get at least 2. Sometimes you get 3 skills. Then you put the skill on, to hack the turrets. That way, when you get inside,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't change it at all. Once you put the points into drones, it's on drones. You can't respect it and put your points into turrets.
Drones and turrets the same. The same tree?
It's not an ability. All right. They have which items. I'm gonna call it items. You have the spider bot. You have the cloak. Those you can switch out before you go into the base. You can't switch out what you want to hack. Once you put in a point into what you want to hack, that it stays there. And that's where I ran into the that the messed upness and which got my characters killed because I put my points into drones because the drones were giving me a hard time at one point. So I was like, you know what? I keep running into all these drones and they finding me, and I'm killing all the bad guys with no problem. I'm stealthed assassinating them and stuff like that. I can't stealth assassinate a drone, so I said let me put my points in, and I started dumping all my points into hacking drones and taking over the drones. Then they started giving me turrets, and turrets hit harder than the drones, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not ready for this. And turrets was killing me, then running from bad guys. It was just a whole lot going on.
Oh no. I'm gonna go inside my Watch Dogs. No.
But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm in the process. The next podcast I will show you my progress on my watchdogs, on how that's going on. But yeah, I'm starting over. I learn from my mistakes on what I need to build on, and I'm gonna build accordingly to that way. I know what skills I use the most and what abilities that I use the most, so I'm gonna work on those. But yeah, I loved it. I definitely, like I said, I love the different personalities and character traits, except for the lady that gambles. She was losing a lot and costing a lot of my money. But I do want to tell y'all, if y'all get the person that shops, if you like customizing your character, definitely get the person that shops, but then definitely get the gambler and hope the gambler wins. Get like 2 gamblers and maybe 2 people that buy stuff, because your clothing inventory just starts going up while you're in the middle of doing missions and gathering other goons. Next thing you know, you got like 5 different shirts, 4 different shoes. Like, you're like, ooh, this looks nice. Yeah, this looks nice. But then your money's still going up. So it's a catch-22. So that's dope. I recommend y'all do that. I'm gonna do that again. But don't just get a shopper and then don't have nobody making you money so that the shopper can afford to shop. Because you're gonna be like, dang, yo, she just spent all my money. If she don't get out that store, you gonna be tight. So definitely get you a gambler. Get you like 2. I say get you 2 gamblers and then maybe 2 shoppers. And you'll be getting outfits like nothing. But Demon, anything you liked about a Demon, or you did I ask you that already?
Yeah, you actually asked me.
I apologize. So I was watching.
They can come up from the first 2.
See, I didn't play it because they overly hyped the first one, and I thought the second one was just gonna be doo doo.
I played the first one. I got annoyed. I didn't like the second one. I was like, can't do this. The second one, not even make it halfway either. I was like, can't do this. First one, I'm actually Legion. I'm actually enjoying.
Okay, you know, and see, and that's growth. When you know, first game was a miss, second game you did a miss, but then the third game, the third game yeah, you live and learn. If the third game was trashed, that's it, yo, hang up and try a new occupation, because it ain't working out.
Couch, I want to show you something. Come here.
Got you. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I went here. This is hacking and controlling. So you get the turret deactivation, and then it says like you can hijack it and control it. So I did one, two, three, and four, and then came back. By the time I got these, I already had started losing teammates,
See. So all you
and
had to do is look for coins, because once, yeah, if you would have just unlocked.
see now if I would have did these three.
No, but these things here are they're passive. They all work in, you don't have to put things. Once you
No, that's and if I would have started off and got three, and I could have used one or two to go, like you said, go behind it and deactivate it, and then it shuts it down. But since I didn't do these three, I did these four. So when I
so
did these four, now whenever I use the spider bot, I can hack it like just like how you hack into the cameras. I hacked into the robots, and then was able to control it and fly around or use the turret gun and shoot the bad guys, and then they started targeting you because they know that you're not their property, so then they start shooting you, trying to destroy you, and then by that time I done jumped out of it, and now it's like one bar and then I can destroy it. But I did it, like I said, I went through the skill tree and I did the skill tree backwards and lost my operatives.
what happened?
So this time around when I start over, like I said, I'm gonna use the disposable characters first and keep them, because I think when you go into the story, I mean the multiplayer, when they finally release it next month, I ain't got no good characters to use for multiplayer because they all dead. So I gotta start over. But yeah, so that was Watch Dogs.
No backwards.
So we did Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, Godfall. We're missing Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer.
Oh,
Yeah, Neiman, you want to start off the rates? How that conversation?
Raids. Alright. Let's just say you can do raids with a minimum of 3 people. It's gonna still be challenging, but you could do it. Four. Okay, sorry. Four is highly recommended only because certain
You can't do the raid. We can't do the raid with 3 people.
well, we did it with 3.
No,
Kinda.
we half-ass certain parts with 3. Cause that the pit, you can't do the pit with 3 people.
Well, well, 4 is preferred only because certain challenges it is required to do 4. Without the 4, you're going nowhere. You're not proceeding forward. The raids actually they're somewhat challenging, but they're actually fun. They're not too easy and they're not boring. It is a lot to do though. Like any other raid, whether you're going through your raids in like Destiny, Destiny 2 or whatever games that raids is just a lot to do. I forgot how many raids for Ghost of Tsushima is in one chapter. I mean, that's not how many raids. How many parts, like challenges and missions you have to do for each chapter. But depending on your squad, like if your squad is really coordinated and stuff like that, you can finish a raid maybe the minimum 2 hours. I'll say. I'm just estimating. It could be less, it could be more. like I said, all depends on your team's composition, on what role each person is taking and how well they're doing those roles.
I'm gonna tell you, like I told Doc earlier. Uh, Ronins are good. Every team needs at least one Ronin, because
Better.
it depends. If your other three players are good, you don't need two Ronins. You know, the Ronin is a medic, and if he plays his part and don't die and keeps his cool, if he has good cooldowns on his abilities, he'll keep the team alive long enough for them to do what they need to do. Um, I recommend a hunter because the hunter eliminates the groups. He's not necessarily a good person to use against the Onis, but he can help weaken the Oni. But the hunter is to stop you from being overpopulated by enemies, because especially if you equipped it with the bow that has the headshots that split off. Pardon me, because I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I don't know the actual name of the bow right now, but you get that bow, and like I said, you're not gonna get overly populated with all those NPCs, the enemy, what they call them, AIDS. the ads. There's the hunter eliminates the ads, and with the ads gone, your heavy hitters, which is the samurai and the assassins, they can chop down and chip down on the health of the stronger Onis that are the real problem of the raids. So if you, like I said, if you have a good Ronin and you got a good hunter, your next two characters gotta at least be an assassin, or even if you get two hunters, you know, y'all chip down on the health and get a samurai, at least one samurai, one assassin. If you don't got that, then yes, you're gonna need two Ronins and a hunter, and then the fourth guy could be whatever, and you'll get through it. And if your team knows what they're doing, it makes it that much easier. You don't have to really direct them and tell them, okay, we need to do this. You know, that'll save time and the raid will go faster. We were free balling. We didn't, you know, it's new, so we didn't know what we were doing. So that's what took us so long. It took us about like 7 hours to complete that one raid. Careless mistakes, trial and error, and one of our members had to go. I think it was past his bedtime, so we spent a couple of hours waiting for a fourth guy to come. I created a community to avoid that from happening, and whenever you lose a member, you're able to hit up the community, see if you can get a third or fourth member, you know, and pick up where you left off at. And Demon fell asleep.
Yeah, my turn.
You don't even know what I just said. You was asleep. How you fall asleep during a podcast? Oh, you don't even know. Oh man, this is this is too funny. But yeah, so it took us 7 hours, but we eventually got chapter 2 done. We gotta complete chapter 1 and chapter 3, and we completed all the raids. The raids is easier than nightmare mode. It's just longer, dude. Well, not longer. It's just no. I think it might be actually longer. It's just challenging because there's so many. It's so many objectives that you gotta get done to move on to the next level, and everybody has to be on the same page. You get one person that throws the game off, and like I said, you'll be repeating that same objective over and over until everybody gets on the same page. I want to finish chapter 1 and chapter 3 so that we can finish off, and then hopefully that gives us a little bit more better gear and better players so that I can take them into nightmare mode and eventually beat nightmare mode. But yeah, so
I think nightmare mode and raid is the same length only because nightmare mode it takes longer to kill enemies, so it does take longer to actually do what you have to do. And the raid just has a lot of challenges, so it might actually go to the same amount of time that you're doing everything.
got me on this horse. I don't ride horses no more. I have wolves.
But raids are not that bad. At least you get special armor and stuff after completing them, so it's kind of worth it. You get to change your those appearance, making them look better while doing everything that you got to do.
I think I like my nightmare. I think
That's your fault. Try to level up
letting our
up.
fans know what happened to Great Doc.
We try to level you up. You didn't want to. You gave up.
We leveled up Big Bills the other day. Got him to go level now.
Yeah, but you gotta get him up a little bit more to do raids with us.
True.
That's at 7 hours. That's great.
No,
That was
it's
only because one, we didn't have a fourth throughout the whole raid, and two, what was it? We didn't know what it was supposed to do, and we had to sit there and figure out each challenge.
no. I knew what we was doing because it's almost like common sense. We had a third member who decided, oh, I think we should do this, and doing it his. I'm not gonna be a jerk and be like, no, you're wrong. I'm right. I'm gonna be a people person, a player, and all right, I'll take. Let's see what your advice. Let's see how that plays through. And when he realized that it took longer and we was failing, he was just like, yeah, let's go back to doing what we was doing before because it was working. And I was like, yeah, okay. That, and then he kept talking about his elevator story, and I think he was putting us to sleep longer than this podcast is.
Kill the abs.
So I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better when we do chapter 1 and chapter 3 over, and if we can get Billy and if we can do chapter 1 and chapter 3 with our third and our fourth Big Bills and your other friend, hopefully it'll be faster than 7 hours. But yeah, that's our wrap up of the early next gen / next gen gaming. We'll give you more updates as we're playing and we're get further into the stories and raids and stuff like that. But until next time, this is Couch Potatoes 38.
Excuse me, I'm eating ice cream. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but this is Doc.
Happy belated. And
Thank you.
that is Demon King, and we're out. Thank you for viewing, subscribe, and like the Game Table Podcast. Hope we're gonna get better at this, but thank you for being there with us. Until next time.